morning. We are back from our trip, our first trip. We went for 2 days to a local KOA, just to do the shakedown trip, as some people would call it, and see if anything was wrong with the camper, test all the systems, and just giving you a little feedback of what we experienced. So overall, it was successful. The first thing that was kind of a funny blooper there was when we first got there. We've been hooked up to water for about 15 minutes, and I didn't hear anything. And then Maggie was like, "Hey, do you hear something running?" And what had happened was the faucet in the bathroom, one of the knobs was turned, so it was filling up the sink, which wouldn't be an issue, except for the plug stopper was in the bottom of the sink, so the water had filled up in the sink and was overflowing in the bathroom. So that was fun to get cleaned up. And so I'll pop up a blooper of that towards the end of this video. As far as the campground was concerned, so it was maybe 25 miles up the road for us, and in Anderson, South Carolina, just right off of Lake Hartwell. Seemed like there was a local bass tournament going on, so it was a pretty full campground, but the spaces weren't bad, just like normal KOA stuff. They had the jump pillow for the kids. It was really rainy the first day, didn't take any footage or anything like that, but had the jump pillow, 2 playgrounds, and the biggest thing that I think they enjoyed was the putt-putt course. Very cheap and affordable, and it's not the fanciest thing in the world, but if you have kids, it's great because there's not a lot of crowds on it, so nobody was pushing you to get to the next hole. They were able to take their time, very friendly staff, and it's just it was a good experience. We checked all the systems on the camper. We used both the fresh, the black tanks, gray tanks. We filled them both up and drained all of those. We were at a full hookup site, but I wanted to check and make sure all the systems were working. It was very cold both nights, around 30 degrees both nights. We had the electric fireplace as well as a heater. Kept us plenty warm. We were able to use the fireplace for the most part, and it kept us from using a lot of propane. One thing that I did discover is I thought I would use that back grill for breakfast and everything, little griddle mat on it, and it ended up, I actually used the slide out burners that are underneath the fridge and the ice maker. They turned out to be the easiest thing in the morning as far as sliding out. I didn't think they would actually work that good. I thought they'd be too close to the camper, make it a little too hot, but it worked great. Cooked bacon and eggs both mornings, and very, very easy. So when on my way home, I actually pulled it. I was by myself, so I figured the kids and Maggie left early and came on back, and I went the long way. Went about 20-30 miles up the highway. I had adjusted the hitch a little bit more, and you'd be surprised. I mean, just adjusting those chain links on your weight distribution hitch, especially if you're towing with a half ton, can make a big difference. And a lot of times people have it too tight, and especially if, like I said, if you have that bounce. And as far as our truck is concerned, we did great coming up the highway. I was about 68-70 miles an hour, and it seemed to be about the sweet spot. And there was no bounce. It wasn't swaying. It was great. Had passed several 18-wheelers, and it was very easy to drive. Everybody likes to say white knuckling. Had no experience of that whatsoever. So I think we have it just about perfect. Our next trip will be in a couple weeks here to one of our favorite campgrounds at Pirate Land, South Carolina, and that one will be roughly about a week long. So I hope to get more videos up, and it's a longer trip for us. So we'll have everybody in the truck and get a little bit more information as far as the towing and making sure it's set up before we head out west this summer. One thing I did go back through the weigh station. I popped the weigh ticket up here. Looks like with us all loaded with our camping equipment and groceries, we added about 600 pounds. So we're definitely still within all of our payload and camper weight capacities. I don't see us adding a whole lot more, just maybe a little bit more clothes on some longer trips, but all of that was very good, very easy to use a cat scale like I explained in the last video. Well, I'm gonna get unhooked here, and we thank y'all for watching. The channel's been growing great, and we keep trying to upload videos once a week here at least, even if it's just a short video. Maggie put up some wallpaper in the bedroom. It actually turned out really well, so I'll pop up some clips of that, and she has some good videos showing her doing that. One thing, if y'all would like to follow us on Instagram, we started a Instagram. If you just search for Following Freedom, you'll see us pop up there. It's a new channel, but Maggie does really good with the reels and posting videos, and she keeps those updated with old trips and a lot of good pictures there, and we appreciate you follow there. So other than that, y'all have a good one, and we will see y'all here shortly in some more videos. So what happened is we left the
What happened was
we left the stopper in here, and we didn't realize that that was on when we turned the water on, so it was overflowing. So we're getting that cleaned up now.
so don't be like us.
But overall, everything set up pretty good. Got the heat on. About to set up the internet here. We're using the Verizon hotspot with directional antenna, and we have it mounted where I can mount it here on this window or this window, depending on which way the towers are faced, and it gets us good internet. So it's working pretty good so far.
My famous line as well. Probably should have mopped it anyway. Stands true.
Probably should have mopped anyways.